Hey there, Soulshine. It's Michelle here, and I'm inviting you to wake up and live. Thank you for joining my YouTube family. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe and click the notification bell so that you can actually get daily notices that I've uploaded another video. Today is Manifesting Monday, so today we're going to be sharing some success stories of manifestors. So manifesting. Isn't that fun? And isn't it fun that we can have success stories? Because it is totally possible. Today I want to share with you some of my daughter's success stories and talk to you a little bit about gestation. Okay? So my daughter wanted a cell phone. She was 14 years old. All of her friends have had them for years, right? And she didn't have a cell phone and she wanted a cell phone. And I was like, I don't know how that's going to be possible. I'm not really sure how we'd pay for it. And even if we paid for the service, I'm not sure how it all works. So just kind of was like, I don't know. So she put it up on her vision board. And within a few weeks, the ideas of how to actually make it happen came to my mind. And I actually ended up buying her a cell phone and creating the way for her to have a cell phone and for me to still have my cell phone. So I was able to do that. She's limited. She can only do a lot of things in Wi-Fi. So there is that. But she did create it. It was pretty powerful and really fast. So then she breaks her phone. I love that girl, but she just has had some amazing experiences when it comes to her phone. For me, I had my phone I'd had different cell phones for like 13 years before I ever cracked a screen. And for her, she had her cell phone for like a month and she cracked her screen. It was pretty great. So she was just dealing with it. She was enjoying. She had some interesting things going on with her phone and she just was dealing with it. Oh well, she was just happy to have a phone. I went into her one day and I was just like, Cheyenne, what do you have up on your vision board? And she was kind of telling me some of the things. And I was like, okay, well, the one that you have there, that's not going to be something that can happen really soon. So why don't you take it down for a little while and put a new cell phone up again? And she was like, oh, good idea. So she put a cell phone up again. And again, within 2 or 3 weeks, I had things show up that made it possible for me to buy myself a new phone and for her to get a new phone. I'm guessing that she put her new phone on her vision board with a case because I was like, she needs a case. And I got her a case as well. Not that it worked because she still cracked her screen while it was in the case, and actually having the case on it makes the crack worse. So she doesn't even use the case anymore. I think that's kind of funny. But she created a second phone, really, really fast again. And then she was saying, well, this is all fine and dandy, but I don't have data, or I don't have unlimited text. And I was like, well, you've got a vision board. You know how to use it. And so a couple weeks later, she came and asked me, we have a really good relationship, and she comes and talks to me about all the apps that she puts on her phone. She's gotten in big trouble for not asking, so I know she asked now. Can't say the same for my 13-year-old. So anyway, she put on her vision board that she wanted unlimited text, and she now has an app, one of those free text apps that she can text unlimited with her friends that do not have Facebook or Snapchat or other ways to communicate. So that's pretty cool. So she created herself an unlimited texting opportunity so that she can make unlimited texts and calls if she wants to. Now, it's up to her to create data. She hasn't done that yet, but it's there in the possibilities. Now, these were things that happened really fast. And I don't know about you, but I put things up on my vision board. I have one up now. I haven't always, but I did choose to put one up again. And some of the things just seem to take forever to manifest. Have you noticed that? Well, it's all about the law of gestation. The law of gestation is that everything has its own time and season. So, just like a field mouse only takes like 19 days to create a baby in, like to grow a baby, it takes 19 days. An elephant takes nearly 2 years at 645 days or so. I'm not sure of the exact numbers. And where humans take 9 glorious months, they all have different time periods depending on what it is. So some things that we want are going to take longer. Some things are going to be really fast. Now there are things that we do, different beliefs that we have that interfere and make things take longer than they can. But if you just trust that things would come in their own timing instead of freaking out about it, because every time you every time you freak out about it not coming, you actually push it away. So it's coming even farther out. So this is kind of, I don't know, is this a law or a principle? I'm not 100% sure. There is the law of allowing, and allowing is a matter of allowing things. And I think the law of gestation may be a principle of gestation within the law. I get to make some corrections. As I was talking about the law of gestation, I was reminded of some things, and I realized that it's not necessarily a law. It's a principle. It's a principle within the law of allowing. And it's one that helps us to become and to be in a space of allowing. Because the law of allowing is a universal law. The problem with calling the law of gestation a law is that it's not 100% always true. Because when you have negative beliefs, it extends the period, and when you release the negative beliefs, things can happen like that. So some people don't believe that jobs can drop in your lap, and so it takes them a long time to find a job. Whereas I was like, if it's God's will, it's going to happen, and it can happen really fast. I actually had a job literally drop into my lap. I had a friend come into work, and she invited me to babysit her child while she went to work, and then she stopped and she's like, they're hiring more than one person, why don't you come out and apply as well? And so we went out on a Thursday. We both applied for the job. We both interviewed that day. And on Friday, they called me and they said, when can you start? And on Monday, they called her and said, when can you start? So we both got the job like this. And what did I do? I didn't do anything other than saying, you know what? Father, I want a new job. I had a couple options. I was like, I either need a promotion in this company or I need a new job. And I ended up getting a new job, which gave me more of a raise than I would have gotten had I gotten a promotion. So it also got me into a new environment, which was perfect for where I was at in my life. So I do believe that jobs can drop in people's laps if that's what's meant to be. So I don't think that the concept of gestation is actually a law, because really, truly, it's just a concept, a principle that can help you to allow. Because if you feel like things aren't happening fast enough, then you stop the flowing and you actually make it so that things don't come to you faster. If you recognize and believe in this principle of gestation, then you can recognize that it's coming in its own time period, which will then put you back into the space of allowing. So it's an important principle, but it is not a universal law. But I do think it's valuable to know and understand. So if you are struggling, I've had this thing up on my vision board for months and months and months, and it's not happening. You can use this principle and tell yourself, you know what, it's okay. It's going to come in its own timing. Things are falling into place. They're working out. And it will happen when it happens. And that will get you out of that place of frustration and into that place of allowing. So it's a highly important principle, and it's one that I wanted to share with you today. Obviously, when it comes to my daughter's cell phone, she doesn't seem to have any problem with the idea of putting it up on the board and getting it like that. Pretty darn cool. And wouldn't that be funny if I could put something up on my board and get it within a couple of days? I like the idea. If I'm not in a place of allowing, though, then I can put it in a place of gestation. There you have it. Have a fabulous day. Thank you for watching. Make sure you let your soul shine big, bright, light, and beautiful. Remember that the light you put out attracts magic back to you. And I'll see you tomorrow.